Beggars my understanding of human nature that an individual could do these things to another. At 4:37 p.m. on September the 15th, 2007, a 37-year-old mother of two was last seen leaving Longford in Ireland. Later that evening, her landlord discovered a body in her bathroom. He alerted the Gardaí. This is the case of Sharon Coughlan. At around 7 p.m. that same day, Sharon's 10-year-old daughter returned from swimming to find their house at Great Water Street locked. As she obviously didn't have a key, she went to find her two aunts, who went looking for their sister. While looking, they noticed activity of the guard outside the premises of 47 Great Water Street. Those that aren't in Ireland or don't understand Irish for police, when I say guard, that means police, and Gardaí means the body, I think. It's either Gardaí or guard, depending on the context. David Brozovsky was arrested by Gardaí after they traced his activity on the dead woman's mobile phone, which he had stolen and given to someone he owed money to. David Brozovsky was a national of the Czech Republic initially, so he'd migrated or immigrated from the Czech Republic, and his address was Grianard. So I'm sorry about the pronunciation. I haven't checked it before I started recording. Grianard Ardnacasa, Longford, pleaded guilty to the rape and murder of Sharon Coughlan. In summing up, Mr. Justice Liam McKechnie said he could not think of two more gruesome crimes, calling it a mindless, senseless, savage attack. Beggars my understanding of human nature that an individual could do these things to another. It emerged that Miss Coughlin had been strangled. Mr. Kennedy then read transcripts of the interviews that the Gardaí conducted after his arrest on September the 20th. He wasn't prosecuted because I think he just pleaded guilty straight away and just admitted to it. So that makes the job of the police very easy when they do that, but it's obviously quite rare when they do that. So Brozovsky told the Gardaí he had been taking drugs on his own at 47 Great Water Street. The premises had been rented to him until the summer of 2007. He saw Miss Coughlin pass the house as she was on her way to Tesco. So I'm reading my notes, it says Ms. I'm not actually 100% sure whether she's married or not, although it doesn't mention her husband, so I'm going to assume she was unmarried or divorced. I don't know. He waited for her to come back before dragging her into the house and throwing her on the floor of the living room. He told Gardaí it was his intention to steal her handbag. Court heard that he began to strangle Miss Coughlin and that she cried and screamed and said she would not identify him to Gardaí, so obviously she was terrified, as you would be in that situation. She fainted and Brozovsky raped her while she was unconscious. When she woke up, she started screaming again. He told the Gardaí he began to strangle her again and said that it took a minute to kill her. He dragged Miss Coughlin's body to the bathroom, covered it with a curtain and an unfitted bath. He stole her mobile phone, €100 and 2 packets of cigarettes. And after the attack, he went home, had a shower and fell asleep. Like I said, he was from the Czech Republic originally, and the police found after this event that he had 25 previous convictions there for theft, extortion and battery. So how he managed to get into the country, I don't know. Anyway, as well as 2 previous convictions in Belgium for theft and aggravated theft. As part of the European Union, as I was forgetting, that's how he got the country, because it's free access. It's one reason to come out of the European Union, although it hasn't helped the UK really. But anyway, he arrived in Ireland in July 2006 with members of his family. His girlfriend and child, who also accompanied him, had left before the crime. Miss Coughlin's family was in court. Her sister, Brenda Coughlin, read a victim impact statement prepared by the family. It said, "On the 15th of September 2007, our lives changed forever. Sharon was the life and soul of every party, always smiling, hard-working. She was a friend you wished you had. Saturday began as a normal day for Sharon. She kissed her children goodbye, not knowing if it would be the last time she would see them." Miss Coughlin's sisters had to identify her body. She said in court yesterday that the look of terror on her face will haunt us forever. "We knew she had a horrible death," they said. The hardest thing to deal with was having to tell Sharon's daughter, aged 10, and her son, aged 4, that their mammy was never coming back. They still believe their mammy will be back and bring them home. Although we can give them a home, we can never give them their one true wish, mammy. Mr. Justice McKechnie sentenced Brozovsky to life for the murder of Ms. Coughlin. A concurrent sentence of 15 years, with the final 2 suspended for the rape. In 2012, he was repatriated to the Czech Republic. He was brought under escort from the Midlands prison to Dublin Airport, handed over to the custody of Czech prison officials. His life sentence will continue to be enforced on transfer to the Czech Republic. In accordance with commitments given by Czech authorities, he will serve a minimum of 20 years before being eligible to apply for conditional release. So the family of Miss Coughlin had written to Taoiseach Enda Kenny earlier this year asking. So the Taoiseach is the Irish word for Prime Minister. Ireland, this is the Republic of Ireland, so the Republic of Ireland has a president, but they also have a Prime Minister, and Taoiseach is the Irish word for Prime Minister. Miss Coughlin had written to Taoiseach Enda Kenny earlier this year that he intervene in the planned repatriation of Brozovsky, now been banned from re-entering Ireland on the basis of him murdering somebody while he was there. He will not be allowed to re-enter Ireland upon his release. So that's the story of Sharon Coughlan. Not a very long one, because obviously he admitted straight away, which is highly unusual. So yes, it's a very sad story. I mean, all she was doing was coming back from Tesco's. It's quite scary, do you think? Because it wasn't like it was late at night or anything. It was sort of, obviously Sharon left 2 young children behind. I presume their father's still alive. I don't know anything about the father. I haven't looked into that in the press, and I don't know about those circumstances, but being brought up by her aunts by the sound of it, so it's very sad. And anyway, that's the end of that case, a very well-known case. I'm going to try and bring in a mixture of cases that aren't known of at all, or that I haven't heard of, and ones that are more well-known. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be about the Soham murders, and this is the first time I'm going to be focusing on one to do with children, so not really looking forward to that one so much. I think the ones I've been doing so far have all been about the murder of women. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.